Hello. So back again, this time with the Greatjoy 35mm t2.9 1.8x anamorphic lens. This is a prototype lens, which means that things are still changing. The image is not final. I do think that it is definitely heading in the right direction. This has quickly become my favorite in the set, which I didn't really expect, and that's a pleasant little surprise. It is a very smooth aperture ring. In fact, I think that it is a little bit smoother than the 50mm over there, and it has slightly softer stops, which is just really nice. The witness marks are now in meters and feet, which I know a lot of people are going to like, and it still has that really nice focus throw from the 50mm. The markings are engraved, they're not just painted on. You still get everything that you used to get in the previous box. So you have your fantastic metal lens caps. These are really nice. The only reason that I've swapped them out is because I've got 95mm adapters on there. You get a EF mount if you buy the PL mount version. The EF mount, unlike the one that came with the 50mm, is now black all around, and they have lengthened the screws that come with it, which is going to make them harder to lose, which I do nearly every time I change the mount on the 50mm. And they've also included a couple of extra screws, which is really nice to see. The PL mount on this version seems to fit a little bit more snug in the cameras, which I really appreciate. My 50mm was a little bit loose in the C500, not so loose that it was a problem by any means, but just, I noticed that it didn't quite get as, friction tight as I really wanted it to. And the rear element does not protrude as far back as the one on the 50mm, which means that you may have better luck putting this onto cameras with internal NDs and stuff like that. The lens is really well made and covers most of your sensor. I've tested it in open gate 4:3 mode, but if you do shoot 3x2, you'll probably have to crop the sides off a little bit, but that's somewhat normal with these lenses. Practically no focus breathing, no squeeze change, and the color matches really nicely between the 50mm and the 35mm. This 50 is probably a little bit warmer in the mid-tones, and the 35 is maybe a little bit brighter overall, but nothing that you can't correct in post. Did a quick lens flare test. As you can see, the lens is quite hard to make flare. Now, again, I'll clarify by saying that this is a prototype. I don't know if that will change by the time the lens gets to you, but personally, I'm not really into a lot of streak flares, but you do get some flares if you're looking for them. What else? I think that's all. So yeah, that's just been a little brief overview of the Greatjoy 35mm prototype that I have got here. I'm very thankful for the opportunity to take a look at it. Like I say, this has fast become my favorite of the set so far. Very excited to see how the 85 turns out. I'm really looking forward to that. The 85 is really going to make this a complete budget set of anamorphic lenses, and that's really exciting. The other really exciting news is that Greatjoy have said that they are looking into making a 135mm as part of this set. So that is really cool. You're going to have a relatively affordable anamorphic set that ranges from 35mm, 50mm, 85mm, and then 135. That's really cool. That is going to be a very heavy lens case, I tell you. Anyways, till next time, hope you like the video.